We are live, baby. Welcome to the Ball Don't Lie podcast live here on a Monday night, November 6th, coming to you from the Cribski. We could get to it. Well, let's get to last week's NFL standings and predictions. Let's discuss those. I didn't watch today's game, to be honest. It was a snooze fest. The Jets couldn't get anything going. I don't even know if they crossed midfield, but I watched a lot of NBA games, so those were fun. There's a lot of games that went down to the wire. Gabe, I tuned into Gabe's stream. We watched the Timberwolves Celtics game, so that was pretty sick. And
Bro,
he was getting his bag in his baggie.
Yeah. What did I say about Edwards early on? That's all I'm saying.
What did I say?
I was very excited, dude. It was actually insane. Go watch the highlights later, you guys. It was epic.
I saw what he did. Yeah, he's definitely their best player.
He handed the Celtics their first L, but also
they
didn't have Derek White, their second best player.
That's true.
The Nuggets
second best.
Hey man, Derek White is like that. He's the type of player that, not always going to drop 20 and stuff, but he has an impact.
The Laker game was good too. Like, well, it was different. Not good. It was like different.
LeBron always passes the ball in the clutch, bro. Never shoots it.
Oh my God!
That is a lie. Dude, we lost him
like
3 times this year already. Just take the final shot. Like,
he didn't take it twice.
He made the right pass. He made the right play.
Always making the right play, and never the other player making the shot.
It's a good play. It's just the wrong player shooting it. That's all I had a problem with, to be honest. If that was
Torian Butler is want to shoot the shot, but then Bam Adebayo.
What happened against the Suns? What did LeBron do against the Suns?
What do you mean?
He closed the whole time, and he hit the
I never
final.
said he wasn't a closer. I just said he
points.
wouldn't take the last shot.
You said as always. He always passes it.
Against the Grizzlies in the playoffs last year.
Oh, today's a new year.
Yeah, that's it.
Not every game.
He's still scoring 30.
Year 21, Hassan. Year 21.
You want him to take one-legged hit?
21.
That dude's already hurt. Where's AD?
Type of good quality shot you want him to take?
Where's AD? Already hurt. Losing to the Magic and the Heat.
I don't know why you're making fun of injuries, bro. Like, people get injured. That's not
like,
fun of.
You guys were getting cooked by Killian Hayes today. I don't want to hear it, bro.
I never made fun of it.
Killian had the best game of his life against you, Hassan. Shut up.
He had a career game today.
Who won?
Yeah, the Pistons.
Y'all let Killian pop off. Don't talk to me about my players.
Huh?
Killian is the worst offensive player in the NBA, and he dropped 20 plus on y'all. So
And who won?
That's not what we're saying.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Did the Pistons actually win?
No, the Pistons. No. It's the Pistons though. Like
they lost by 20 or like 18 or something or 16.
Close game.
They got some
face
development for you guys.
The Magic are a good team. They're 5-1. Check the standings, bozo.
Yeah, the Magic are good.
And we beat them once.
And we're also missing Rui, Vando.
Here we go.
Torian Prince.
It's a fact,
Gabe Vincent
and Gabe Vincent.
And D'Lo gets ejected randomly.
Everybody's missing somebody. Everyone gets hurt.
Who was the Warriors missing?
Nobody. We're not talking about the Warriors though.
Oh, so your team is fully healthy.
What happened to everybody missing somebody?
Yeah, everybody does miss somebody. People miss games.
We're missing 4 people.
I don't want to hear this when Steph's out.
The Magic are a big team. The Magic are a really big team too.
And Jared.
The Magic are a big ass team, and we're missing 4 wings. Like, what are you gonna do? 3 of our best defensive players.
We lost to the Miami Heat. They stink this year too. So far,
they went to the finals last year.
Oh, now you want to bring that up, but when it comes to Orlando Magic,
now it was literally like a couple months ago.
The Orlando Magic sucked last year.
He's still trying to bait us, guys. He's just trying to bait us on for a while. There's no point. Back to what I was saying about the Laker game before Hassan talked about that. Bro, as Omari said, a lot of people were injured. The Lakers, almost came back, but the shot didn't fall at the end, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a good
shot.
The Rockets wide ass open.
If you guys lose to the Rockets, what then?
We won't though.
Yeah, that's what you thought about Orlando Magic and the Heat.
No, we didn't. No one thought this.
You thought they were gonna lose?
Bro,
what did you think?
I didn't think we were gonna go 82-0, brother. I know we're gonna lose games in the regular season. Like it's not that big of a deal.
What do you guys are now? 3-4.
Upsets happen all the time.
That's nothing, man.
We've lost to good teams. Not like we've lost to the fucking Pistons.
I don't even think these are updated.
Yo, we started the league we started the season last year 2-10. I don't want to I'm not even worried. I'm actually not worried.
Okay, but that's context. You don't have Westbrook on your team anymore.
We're not going to start 2-10.
Half our team's injured. Okay, that's the other.
Yeah,
you want to talk about excuses?
Either.
Huh?
Listen, your team is fully healthy.
Who's talking about my team? I'm talking about the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors.
This guy's gonna keep finding excuses. Like we're gonna answer his point,
I'm not the
and then
one.
he's gonna give us something else. What?
1, 2, 3.
Bro, we're not getting blown out. I don't even think we've been blown out this year. Like, it's just been bad losses.
You lost to the Magic. You got blown out by the Magic.
Second Magic game was like kind of. It was not a blowout, Hassan. It was not a blowout. We just like lost.
They won. Okay, they won. But if you watch the game, like it was like 10 points pretty much the whole game. And at the end, they just scored a couple extra buckets, kind of put it out of reach. But we were
a couple, huh?
Yeah. You don't watch Lakers games? How you gonna tell me what happened?
I do watch Laker games. I just watched the one today, and LeBron not shooting the.
Yeah, 30 points, man. Right.
He lagged.
Yeah.
He
said not on runs in
the I do watch the games. I watch LeBron not taking the final shot. That's what I watch.
Bro, this guy LeBron could score 30, 20, and 20 and not take the final shot, and then Hudson's gonna blame it all on him.
Hudson sounds like those
I didn't blame it all on him.
Take.
I'm just saying the final shot.
You want to take a one-legged fadeaway three while two players open in the corner?
And look what happened.
And if he missed that one-legged fadeaway three, he'd be like, "That's a terrible shot, LeBron. Why did you take that?
You should have passed it. You should have passed it to the open man."
Curry, bro, want to be Curry?
I never said Dame when Dame took that shot in OKC. I never said it was a bad shot.
Because he's not
from freaking half court. He shouldn't be taking the shot. He's the guy. I don't care what type of shot it is.
Okay. Okay. Bet. All right, I'm gonna remember that. I don't care what type of shot it is. I want him taking it.
Yep,
for all the guys that you hype up, I'm gonna use that every time when Luka passes or whoever. I don't know. You hate everybody. James Harden,
KD.
Let's talk about James Harden, who got blown out by the Knicks today in his debut.
Blown
out. They actually got blown out. There was Jericho Sims minutes. That's how I know it's a blowout.
It's the first game of his on the road against New York.
But if he's like that, he's the guy. He should take the final shot.
I never said he's the guy. Kawhi's the guy.
I'm just fucking with you because you know how hard you meet right for that guy. So
low key, Paul George is the guy.
Yeah, I can agree.
Paul George is the best player on that team. He's been the most valuable one, man. Kawhi is barely even there.
That's clearly Terrence Mann. I don't know, man.
The Clippers the most valuable piece in the Clippers organization, untouchable.
Yeah, honestly. The way they ride his meat.
All right, man. Are we gonna get into these predicts?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I guess these were the recap, actually.
Yeah, you got these results.
Who had the most dubs?
Yeah, I'll put it up right now.
No one went undefeated. I can tell you that much.
I think I voted for the Jets again, right? Yeah.
Probably.
All right.
3.
I think I won this week, though.
All right. So let's count it. Oh wait.
Yes, sir. Want to know?
Nope.
How are you want to know?
That's
Look,
fine.
The Dolphins versus the Chiefs.
Yeah,
that's such a stupid fucking game, dude.
Hold up.
Quick maths, man.
NFL week 9.
This guy.
I just remember
never prepared, bro.
Who picked the Jets? Hassan and Gabe.
I didn't watch that game actually. What happened? I didn't watch that game.
All right.
Nothing happened. They stink. That's what happened.
Damn.
They couldn't move the ball past midfield.
You chose the Giants, Gabe. What? On God's green earth would you do that?
I did.
Vikings beat the Dolphins.
I did.
I did.
I gotta watch that.
Oh, it's got to be me. You guys picked against the Vikings. Can we talk about Josh Dobbs and how?
Why don't we just talk about? Why don't we go game to game? And
dude, Josh didn't know a single person.
Oh, you want to do it like that and just count it up then?
Well, you could just do it while we're talking about the games.
Yeah.
Let's start with week 1. Hassan is the only one who got it right. He got KC.
But
we got
I'm not confident with my W here in Kansas City. I think they've only lost one game, right? They've lost 2. One to the Broncos and one to
the first game.
Lions.
What was it?
I'll be honest, they don't look good.
They don't.
This W did not inspire any confidence in me. Honestly, they lost because Tyreek still thinks he plays for them. I don't know. You just gave him 6 points, literally. Fumbled the ball. They returned it for a touchdown. That was the difference in the game because in the second half, the Chiefs didn't score, I don't think, or the Dolphins scored 2 touchdowns. The Chiefs didn't. Last drive, Tua gets sacked, or no, he doesn't get sacked. It was the fumble that was missnapped on 4th down. They couldn't handle it, and that ends the drive. So we wouldn't even see what happened. But I didn't feel confident in the Chiefs. I didn't feel confident in the Dolphins. I think just both teams lost this game, even though the Chiefs technically won.
Both teams lost. Yeah, I think the Chiefs, their defense has been holding them up, but their offense has looked terrible. I saw earlier today they're only averaging 15.8 points per game, and under Patrick Mahomes' led offense, that's terrible. He looks mediocre, like we saw. Him and Justin Fields compared stats through 6 weeks. He looks like Justin Fields.
That's some insane statistics, brother. That's some insane statistics.
Yeah,
right there.
And that's not Patrick Mahomes. The amount of interceptions that he has too already. They need to find a wide receiver one and establish their run game, which has been very terrible for them because teams are starting to load in on Travis Kelce. He only had 3 catches for 14 yards last week, which is terrible, and no one else stepped up. So Mahomes is out there fighting for his life, and their defense is saving them and winning games, and they don't look like the best team in the NFL at all. But their record is the best. So
it's not the best, but
it's not the best.
They are
the best record.
The Philly. Eagles do. Yep. They've only lost one game
Eagles
to the
them,
Jets.
Right? And they're best in the AFC. Best in the AFC is what I meant to say.
That's also not true, I don't think. But
it is.
They have a better record than the Ravens right now?
Yeah. Tied.
Okay. I think Ravens do have the tiebreaker, at least from what I'm seeing, but same record.
Hassan, you did not win.
Regardless, the receivers have to step up. They don't have anybody outside of Kelce in when they double team Kelce or whatever, basically take him away like they did today. They don't have anybody else that can separate. Kind of losing Juju hurt more than people think, just because he was a guy that could win those underneath routes and just.
He sucks on the Patriots, though.
He's on the Patriots. I'm not really surprised, but either way, just having a guy that could win between the numbers and kind of move the chains for you. Don't really have that guy. Like Rashee Rice is a young player, but he's like more so yards after catch. You got to get him open. He doesn't really get open. So, yeah, everyone else, Valdez-Scantling just can't catch at all. He dropped another pass this week. That could have been a touchdown. Everyone else is mid. So they need someone. Next game was
this one was good.
You guys were ridiculous for picking the Falcons, but shout out to Gabe.
Can't believe y'all picked the fucking Falcons. That's actually crazy, bro.
At Falcons and the Dominator. What do they call him? The Pastronaut.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah, man. Josh Dobbs, the real deal. Just got to give a round of applause for coming in, not knowing the receivers' names. Coming in, I don't know why you're a hater. He just did some incredible stuff.
I'm not hating on him. He did a fantastic job. I'm hating on Arthur Smith, and he needs to be fired. This coach is ridiculous.
Well, we can lay into them in a sec. Let me get off about my Vikings. We lost our QB to an Achilles injury. We lost our QB3 to an Achilles injury because if Josh Dobbs went out, it would have been Cam Akers throwing the ball the whole game, which is a terrible situation to be in. But KJ Osborne's out. Justin Jefferson's out. Whole team is injured out the ass. Josh Dobbs steps in, doesn't know the plays. Our coach is telling him what route everyone's running during the huddle. He's learning on the go, and we still end up beating the Atlanta Falcons. Just an amazing game. Amazing day to be a Vikings fan. Just inspired a lot of confidence in our coaching staff, knowing that we have one of the best offensive play callers in the league. We're able to just next man up mentality. Whoever we have, Christian Jackson, Brandon Powell, it doesn't matter. We can get it done. And so, now that we're getting Jettis and we got Addison, it's feeling good about the coaches. Still got a little work to do, but yeah. On the Falcons side, fuck Arthur Smith. He's a bad coach. You guys can lay into him. I know Hassan's waiting. Yes. I was trying to segue for you to do it.
All right. Yeah, Arthur Smith is the worst coach in the league.
Hold on.
Hassan, rewind.
Hello?
Yeah.
Go back
to Arthur no words.
Go back to Arthur Smith and then start talking.
He's one of the worst, if not the worst, coach in the league. I don't know how you draft top level talent and never use them. I saw Bijan Robinson only has one carry in the red zone within the 5-yard line, and he was your first round draft pick. Drake London had to force him away to get some receptions into this offense. And who knows where Kyle Pitts is? Jonnu Smith is the tight end one on that team.
Yes, sir.
Games. That defense is top 5, and they're losing to a guy who doesn't even know the players' names. Like, come on, bro. He doesn't know the playbook, doesn't know the cadence, nothing at all. If this coach doesn't know what he's doing, he needs to be fired immediately, and I hope he does, bro. Straight up.
Immediately.
Yeah, man. I mean, if the Falcons continue to employ this man. It's just malpractice at this point. And the thing is, the worst part about it is he thinks he's a funny dude for doing this. Like in the press conferences, he'll be like, we got to get all our guys touches. We got to spread the ball around. Like, dude, you drafted this man 5th overall. He's a generational talent. You're not even using him.
What's Kyle Pitts number 4 and like Drake London number 5 too, and barely using Drake London. Like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the point of investing his draft capital is. Like, he thinks he's sticking it to us by not playing these guys, but he's only hurting his own team. I don't know why he thinks he's like the smartest dude, and that all these people in the media.
Okay.
Yeah.
This team has a chance to be really good.
somebody pull up.
I'll carry it on for him. This team is garbage. Dude, this guy needs to be fired immediately.
As far as the team construction goes, Hassan, other than the coach, I know like he doesn't utilize all his plays correctly, but like the team construction itself is like, other than like the quarterback, it's all above average. They're all good.
Yeah, they're top 5 defense in the NFL.
Yeah, and they have very good skill position players, but they just I don't know. I don't get it. Why is there like a problem? He's beefing or something, or like what's going on?
Yeah, I don't get like the. I was gonna say I don't get like the focus of like, because how they're like always running the ball.
Yeah.
Like even with a bad QB, it's like Jesus Christ, like
doesn't know how to call plays or anything either. Like for them, I think they should go out and try to sign Kirk Cousins to however much money he wants next year. Get a new coach,
not happening. Not happening. Not happening. He's not going to Atlanta.
Kirk Cousins will go to the team with the most that offers him the most.
He's going to stay in Minnesota. I promise you. I'll break a bet on you right now.
JF1.
Well, I'm not going to put that. I'm telling the Falcons what to do. I don't care about what the Vikings are going to do. This is what the Falcons need to do. They need to go get a quarterback. Kirk Cousins is the best one in the market. Pay him as much money as you need to pay. Get another. Their draft pick is probably going to be pretty high in the first round. So draft whatever you need there. Obviously, not another skill position because you're not going to use them.
Get some linemen or something.
But yeah, just you need to establish a new culture there and get a new quarterback and figure it out from there. But Arthur Smith is not the guy, and running backs don't last long in this league, and you're wasting a year of Bijan Robinson being good. So
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, quarterback. Obviously, we don't have to talk about that, but I think it starts with coaching. I don't think it matters what QB you have here if you're not using skill position players and not putting your players in the best position to succeed. Doesn't matter if it's Ritter. I'm not saying he's the answer, or Heineke's the answer, or anything like that. But when your coaching is just inept and you got your players pissed off and all that stuff, but yeah, it's not going to work no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Chicago sucks. So
there's literally not much to say. Tyler Badgett, it's over, buddy. Yeah, move over.
Omari, you chose the Rams. Do you think Matthew Stafford is going to play her?
I just didn't think the Packers were going to have a good game.
I mean, if you saw the game, the quarterback was booty cheeks.
Yeah, I know. Didn't he have like? No, that was the other. Who was the other rookie that had like?
The Packers are bad, but they're not that bad, brother. They're not that bad.
Yeah. They're competent enough to beat a team with no QB. So
Jordan Love actually looked good.
That bad.
He looked good. No turnovers. He threw a good game. No turnovers. He had one overthrow to Christian Watson, but a lot of most throws were good. So I mean, this is a good step for him. He didn't go crazy or anything like that, but a good win, keep taking care of the ball, a touchdown. Getting a lot of the receivers involved, Aaron Jones back. This is what the Packers need to do more of.
I think he's an average QB. I'm not sold on him yet. I have to see how the season goes for me to have a
definitely helps having Aaron Jones back to full workload and full health.
Yeah, 20 carries that game.
Definitely makes a huge difference in the offense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think he'll be there next year. I think he's on a contract.
Who, Jones?
Yeah, and God knows I don't like AJ Dillon at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can't just have AJ Dillon that way.
Yeah, no.
Next game, Commies at
close. Look at that.
This is one.
This.
Yeah, Patriots reverted back to the Patriots we expected. Really, what happened? To be honest, the offense was inept again.
They had a game-winning drive, and I think he threw an interception.
Yeah. Well, it bounced off the.
Jalen Reagor sold too. Jalen Reagor had a wide open touchdown to drop, and That would change the outcome of the game.
No, but he actually didn't sell because a few plays before then, Mac Jones threw a terrible pass that could have been picked, and Jalen Reagor basically stopped it from being picked. So
yeah, but if you're wide open as a wide receiver, bro, you got to make that catch. And
you know it's Jalen Reagor, though, bro.
It is Jalen Reagor.
You can only ask so much of him. He saved a pick earlier. That's enough. You got to just.
He has to play now. They don't have Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah,
he's out for the season. So
ain't Reagor a bust or not?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Was he on the Vikings?
He's the first receiver drafted.
Damn.
No, he wasn't the first receiver. He was drafted ahead of Jefferson.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Shout
out to the Eagles
in that class.
But Sam Howell was looking. Sam Howell's been looking pretty good this year. I feel like if he had a better offensive line, like, because some of the throws he was making last game, like in this game right here, like the game was like relatively close, and he was just threading the needle. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like some of them were like pretty impressive, honestly.
He's a good QB. Like I always say for him, there's always growing pains as a QB, as a 2-year now. Second year QB,
I feel like
basically his first starting reps. I think he'll be their future QB, and he looks like he plays.
Yeah, like his games, it's like definitely like he's. I remember in the beginning I used to talk shit about him, but like he's going on.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Have you seen his runs? Sometimes he gets like 18 yards and gets a first down or something.
Oh, bro, he had a crazy run last game.
Yeah, he does that shit like once a game. It's weird. He's like, I'm going.
He broke like 3 tackles.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
But Patriots. I don't know how many games they're gonna win this year, but
not a lot.
But they keep finessing. They do good and then they do bad. Like,
it depends.
They damn near play better against the good teams.
Well,
they beat the Bills.
The Bills are a division game, so it makes more sense as to why they could win. But other games, I shouldn't be choosing them.
They had like even in some of their losses were like close against the good teams,
I think them beating the Bills is more of a Bills problem than
yeah. All right, what's next?
Why'd
you choose that? You chose the Seahawks.
You know why he chose it?
Yeah. Oh my God, they got absolutely demolished, absolutely throttled.
I have something to say about the Ravens.
Omari said a disclaimer. He said, "I know it's gonna happen, but I'm just sticking with the Seahawks." He said,
"Yeah, man, we don't even have to talk about this one."
Okay, though. They lost to the best team in the NFL. I think the Ravens are the best team in the NFL. They're the most complete. The defense looks dominant. Their offense is competent. Lamar Jackson is my MVP favorite right now, and I think they can beat all the top teams in the NFL. And I want to see them beat other teams in the NFL because they dogged the Lions and they dogged the Seahawks, which were both leading in their division. So I think we got to see them up to the test against other teams like the Eagles and the Chiefs
and the Bengals.
I think Geno Smith
Super
has to
Bowl
retire.
picks are the 2 best teams in NFL right now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Eagles, Ravens. They're looking both good. So
yeah,
Ravens. I mean, they just continue to dominate people. Just ridiculous. Lamar is not even having good games. Like, let that sink in. It's all a running game so far. He hasn't even really had to throw that much.
Deontay Mitchell, or Keaton Mitchell had 9 carries for 138 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably
Seattle just
all of them more too.
Yeah, Seattle was getting torn apart, dude. It was just sad to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish. Honestly, I turned it off after a little bit. Not after a little bit, after a while.
Yeah. This game shows me that Geno Smith is like capped
he's done
in his abilities to win you games. Like, he'll win you enough games to make it to the playoffs and get you first rounded.
But this is the best team, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tired of.
They'll lose.
I don't want to be in like purgatory. Like,
hey, he just signed an extension last year, so he's there for a minute.
Yeah, I mean it's good. Like if you want to get like a QB in the draft or the year after, you can develop him under Geno, and then after Geno's done, you can just start him and be okay.
Might be 2025, 26. Definitely not this year. They're not going to have a good enough pick to even get like a remotely developable.
Well, you can get a QB in the second round, though.
They don't usually work out. I don't think this year's the year. This year's super top heavy. Some other years probably, but I don't know if this is the year that you want a second round QB.
We'll see what they do, but
I just don't want to end up like I'm like, you know how like there's NBA teams who just are always in the playoffs but never compete for the chip.
Yeah,
it's like that's what I feel like we're at right now in the last few years.
I mean that's good. If you're a football team and you make it to the playoffs year in year out, that's like a success because there's only one team that could win. And you're not going to win.
No, the NFL is different though because you could go on a little run. It's not like you have to win multiple 7-game series. Like
you can literally you have to be better on the day.
Yeah, this team doesn't have the talent to go and do that though. Let's be real.
Yeah, but some teams could. Like I could see a team like the Jags or something doing that, even though
they can. They have a chance.
Even though they're not the best team. Yeah, the next one.
This one was crazy.
Hey, shout out to my boy CJ, bro.
Yeah, that boy nasty.
Top 10 QB.
Talk about it, Huss. Lead us in this one.
Yeah, Hassan, why don't you let us know what happened here?
Well, I think Baker Mayfield played an exceptional game. I think the Bucs defense was not the greatest.
CJ Stroud, right, but
they didn't. The Texans didn't have a kicker, and we're still winning, getting 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Dare or whatever.
Going on fourth downs and getting it. I think CJ Stroud has definitely elevated this team, and I shall say he's a top 10 QB in the NFL. Damn. You guys are correct. That's just my opinion. But he does have a small sample size of games. I saw the list of the quarterbacks that had his amount of yardages, or the top 5 quarterbacks who had the most amount of yards as a rookie. I didn't know anybody besides Andrew Luck. So,
well, let me tell you this right now.
And Andrew Luck's not even in the league anymore.
2,200 yards, 14 touchdowns to 1 interception. This is one of the greatest rookie seasons we've seen in a while. Reminds me of Justin Herbert's a few years back, Baker Mayfield, RG3 type rookie season. I'm not even joking. Like, this is statistically.
This is fine. Yeah, he's going crazy.
Best fix your camera. Best fix your camera real quick. It's like very blurry. Yeah, focus.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Focus back in. Let me get all about CJ Stroud though. You know, just an incredible rookie season, and he's doing a lot with little. The Texans, we didn't talk about them having some kind of insane receiving core going into the offseason. We didn't talk about having insane defense, insane running game, O-line. In fact, a lot of those parts of their team are below average, well below average. But CJ Stroud is making them look like all pro players. The receiving core is average. Nico Collins is
Nico Collins and Tank are good.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're decent, but they're not some kind of top 10.
They're good.
Neither of them are top 10 receivers, not even top 20.
What, they have to be top 10 receivers to be good?
No, they're decent though. I said they're decent, right? They're not great. They're not amazing. They're decent.
They're good.
I think CJ Stroud is elevating them. I think CJ Stroud is elevating them.
I think they're good. I think they're good players and would work.
Tank News
playing on any team.
CJ Stroud, new Tank is nice.
Yeah, he did say that.
They're decent players. I'm trying to tell you, but they're not.
You're saying they're decent, like they wouldn't be starting on any other roster.
They would be okay. They'd be number 2 on the Vikings. They'd be number 2 on the Chargers. They'd be number 2 on the Cowboys. They'd be number 2 on the Eagles. Good. Like they're not elite receivers. 10,
like you're saying, top 10 wide receivers. Like they're.
I'm taking T. Higgins over Nico Collins. I'm taking
he's a top 15 wide receiver.
So they're not even number 3 on the. So he wouldn't be number 3 on the Philly. He wouldn't be number 3 on the Bengals. He might not be.
They have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. These are round 1 receivers.
All I'm trying to tell you is he's not like a top 30 receiver. He's a good, solid, decent player, but teams
top 30 receiver. You can't name 30 receivers better than Nico Collins.
All right, I'm not about to do this, but like he's not like one of the elite receivers. I'm not about to name 30 people, bro. You get what I'm saying. You clearly get what I'm saying. Like he's not a top 10 receiver, not a top 15.
We think he's better than decent though.
Like, CJ Stroud saying that he's making these players like great.
He is. He's elevating how good they are, bro.
He is elevating them, but you can't say they're terrible. Like they're decent.
Did I say that? I said they were decent players. I didn't say they were terrible.
Yeah, 600 yards already. 600 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Hassan, are you quantifying them as above average or not?
Yes,
they're good.
Okay, they're above average. That's decent. They're not incredible players, though. I wouldn't say they're incredible players.
Okay, so one of those miscommunication, like the wording miscommunications. You guys,
he thinks I'm saying they're
more like average.
They're above average.
Decent is average.
They're above average. I'll say they're above average receivers.
So are they good? Yes or no?
They're good. Okay, they're not great though.
Yeah, they're not great. They're good.
So why were you arguing with me? Like I said, they were good.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Like why was you getting on my ass, bro?
Any QB or any receiver that has 1,000 yards is good.
Okay, but look, I'm trying to tell you, he doesn't have elite receivers. Like all these players, all these QBs trade for elite receivers to help elevate them. They try to trade for DJ Moore for Justin Fields. They traded for AJ Brown for Jalen Hurts. This guy's doing it with guys that they just had on the roster and who are above average, and they're not elite receivers. They're not even close to elite receivers. They're good to above average receivers. Like they're solid.
They're
players.
good, but I mean, like elite is fine. It's hard to find. I mean.
But I'm telling you, there's a good amount of elite receivers that, some are up for trade, some are disgruntled. Like there's players who shown flashes. Like he's doing this with nobody special is all I'm saying. His running game is awful. I'm not even going to say that it's decent. It's bad. Yeah, his O-line's bad. His defense is nothing to write home about. I mean, they got some young players with potential on there, and their coach is a really good defensive coach, but they don't have some type, this team is not loaded with talent. All I'm trying to say is what he's doing right now is like, just imagine a year of experience when he gets more help, when, they draft better O lineman, a better running game, like he's gonna be easy, like in a conversation for top 5. Reminds me a lot of Joe Burrow the way he.
No. We're not doing that off of 9 games, bro. Top 5.
I didn't say now. I didn't say now. I said when. I said when. Relax, buddy.
You said next year.
I didn't say anything. Relax. Why are you putting words in my mouth? You
when they get a better team.
I think he heard you say about 1 year. You said 1 year of experience.
I didn't say 1 year. I said imagine when he gets a good O-line, good receivers, good running game. That's all I said. I didn't say when. I didn't say it might not even happen. Who knows? The Texans front office might be inept and not help him out. Like I'm just saying. Imagine what he could do.
Top 5 is insane though, bro.
What if
he has the potential?
What if CJ was on the Niners?
Yeah, I mean he'd be really good. It's not top 5 though.
I think he would be looked at crazy because
he's not in that top echelon tier of.
Okay, right now obviously he's not. I'm just saying the potential's there.
Yeah, like
potential's
if he had such a good team. Well, obviously the Niners are like a super team, but
I still wouldn't say he's top 5 because you can watch and see top 5.
He has potential.
Like, oh damn, these guys are top 5. Like,
yeah, he has a top 5. I see the
flash potential. Yeah. I guess if you want to say potential, sure.
That's exactly what I just said.
But you need like a good team to bring out your potential. Like you're not gonna do it if you have some shit.
But he doesn't.
No, yeah. Receiver wise, yeah, he doesn't. I agree with you on the receiver point. Like I'm
not saying they're bad. I'm just saying like you said, imagine him with elite weapons instead of just like good weapons and a good run game and a good defense to back him up when he's not 100%.
Pushing it though.
I don't know, man. It's potential. He has it. What is he showing you to?
You say that he's better than
like, what don't you like about him?
Is he going to be better than Tua?
I never said I didn't like anything about him. I just said top 5. He's just not as good as the other top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Like, what makes you say that? Like, what have you seen from him that's like, he's not really.
It's only been 10 weeks, first and foremost.
But what in the 10 weeks is like telling you that he might not be like that? Because all I've seen for every single week is him progressively getting better and showing more and more potential.
Well, I'm just saying it because of what I've seen in 9 weeks. I can't just like go ahead and say
he's saying the people that are established top 5 are
established careers. Exactly, Gabe.
I'm not saying he's their talent. I'm not saying he's top 5 right now. I'm just saying, can he not get there at some point if he puts it together?
Know. It's only been 9 weeks.
You don't think he has that potential? Is all I'm asking you. Do you think he has a top 5 potential?
I don't know. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback right now, and I don't know if he has the potential to be top 5.
I think if you're a top 10 while you're a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he is right now.
He's having an amazing rookie season and fall off.
The fall off could be hard.
I guess, but
I don't see him falling off though.
Why
are we talking about the man falling off?
Niggas on by, dude.
Why you? I'm just saying, my man's hating on every QB that's doing good. Like,
how am I hating? He's only playing 9 games. I can't give him that like nod if he hasn't even finished a full season.
You can't give the man credit for the potential he's showing. Like.
Yeah,
that's why he said he's top 10 right now. Hassan agreed with top 10 right now. Hassan said he's top 10 right now.
I definitely feel like it's fair to say that he has top 5 potential.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Omari, he's played 9 games. You can't say that. These guys
potential.
Top 5
he's shown.
Brock Purdy has top 5 potential too. Then, bro.
Think about the next 5 years. Who's going to be top 5 in the next 5 years?
No, he doesn't, bro. That's different. Like you can't say that. That's stupid. Because you do, bro. What are you basing this off of? CJ Stroud is like 4 inches taller, like 20 pounds heavier.
Having 2 Super Bowl wins. Being in the league for so long,
who said Patrick Mahomes? Anything about Patrick Mahomes? Whoa, buddy. Who said anything about Patrick Mahomes?
Top 5, is he not?
No, but like, think about
Patrick Mahomes
is top 1.
Hassan, think about the top 5 people that are going to be top 5 for the next 5 years. You got like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, maybe Jalen Hurts. Like these people are going to be top 5, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Like, what confident names can you give? Is CJ Stroud going to get into that conversation?
He could. I'm not saying he is, but like he's top 10 right now. No, what if Trevor Lawrence drops off? We've seen Trevor Lawrence be bad. We've seen Josh Allen be bad. What if they play worse, start to play worse? You're not going to call them out like for them playing bad. What if CJ elevates his game?
I've said Josh Allen has played bad.
Like how imagine CJ makes the playoffs this year and they get a playoff win. That's going to change the whole narrative around his name.
It would change my opinion on him. He's only played 9 games.
Okay, I'm saying the potential is there. The potential is there.
Do you think he'll be better than Tua?
You're gonna compare him to maybe with the top 5 potential off of 9 games.
Bro, 9 games is enough sample size to know if someone has a potential.
No, it's not. He hasn't even played a full year, and you're comparing him to top 5 QBs.
Hassan, you're saying it's too early to tell, right? You're saying it's too early.
You have to wait.
That's where we got to cut the line because Hassan's saying it's too early. You're saying
9 games is too early.
Yes. Because people haven't even seen him play. Like, there's not enough tape on him to like find if he's good enough to win games consistently. He's only played 9 games in the NFL.
Let's move on to the next game, man.
One of his loses to the Panthers. Imagine losing to the Panthers. SMH.
Exactly right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
All right, so we knew what was gonna happen in this one.
Yeah,
that's an insane performance.
There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing.
Yeah, you can't even blame the guy.
No, yeah,
we're not gonna say his name. The guys, I like that.
Clayton Tune. The guy. You can't even blame Clayton Tune. The nigga, I mean, the whole team.
Oh, you're talking about Clayton Tune.
It's actually so hilarious that they traded the dude that was starting the whole time.
Blame him.
No,
you
can't.
He only had 54 yards of offense.
No, you can't.
Nigga stinks.
You can't.
54 yards, Bez.
He does stink, but listen, bro. It's his first game.
Bro, they literally threw him in there. Like, they threw him in against the best defense in the NFL in his first career start.
With Myles Garrett running at that nigga, like,
okay, but he had a week to prepare, bro. 54 yards.
That's prepare for what?
You need a lifetime to prepare for Myles Garrett coming.
Bro, you guys are the worst roster in the NFL, and they're like, "Hey, bro, good luck." That's what happened.
54 yards though, bro. Come on, man.
Nah, it is crazy, but still.
Insane. You know, you got to blame.
They also have no running backs either.
Start one NFL game, so he has some perspective on how hard it's
not a starting NFL.
It's like normally, dude. Normally, when a backup QB has to play, you just rely on your run game. But they didn't even have their running backs. Like,
yeah,
did Joshua Dobbs just beat a top 5 defense? And nigga didn't even know people's names on the roster.
Don't say the Falcons are top 5 defense. First of all,
no, I think they were top 5 statistically.
No, they were not. There's no way. I don't believe that.
I heard that they were.
Let me see.
You heard from Arthur Smith probably.
You just got they were top 5 for sure.
Also, they just had Dobbs and traded him. So yeah, fucking obviously.
The Falcons?
The Cardinals is what I'm saying. Like they just traded the dude that did the thing. So it's like
no, I'm just saying that Joshua Dobbs didn't even know the players' names or any of the plays and still won. Which
Clayton Tune is not good.
Clayton Tune had a whole week and he's been.
They were top 5.
Josh Dobbs is a vet, by the way. He's been in the league for like several years. Clayton Tune has never played a snap.
He didn't know any plays. I don't care if you've been there for 1 year or 10 years. That's insane.
Bro, I'm taking a vet over a dude that's never played a snap in NFL. I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather take a vet that doesn't know my team.
He's on the roster. He's been on the training camp.
I'm still taking the vet. I'm still taking the vet.
Yeah, it's still game time. Like game time is different.
You give an excuse for a nigga who got 54 yards.
The nigga stinks, but it's like we expected. What did we expect?
I didn't expect him to do any more.
Yeah, like
did you expect like the Rams guy? They got like 130 and like.
He did exactly what I expected him to do, bro. Exactly. I'm not disappointed in him.
You expected 54 yards?
I mean, a little more, but I'm not like, holy shit. Like, he just.
I expected a cool 100. Hassan, I expected a cool 100. A cool 100.
Yeah. Probably 120 is like a
cool 110.
But it's like he had nothing to rely on. Like you usually could try to rely on your running back.
I don't care if you have the worst players in the NFL. 54 yards is insane. You can draw something up to get 100.
No, you can't.
Dude, Russell Wilson threw for 90 yards.
Now we know running game.
Hassan, Ripien was throwing into Puka and Cooper. That's why I got that 130. This guy doesn't have that. You have to understand.
Yes, Hollywood Brown. You can get
Cooper and Puka, brother.
Yeah, I said Hollywood Brown against the Browns defense.
Cooper gave him two catches for 48 yards.
Ripien did it against the Packers too. Ripien did it against the Packers. The Packers. This guy was tasked against Myles Garrett and one of the best secondaries in the NFL.
Bet it's 54 yards. Like you got to be real, bro. Like
Hassan.
Dude. It's easy to shut down a DUI's offense.
It doesn't matter.
Did you expect him to like light it up or something?
Anything can get over 54 yards.
You expect him to light it up?
Hassan, is your argument that he should have got like 100? That's it.
50 yards in an NFL game, that should be in a half.
This man should drop a QB school, bro. Clearly, this guy is like.
Okay, why are you defending 54 yards in the first place? That's insane to me.
Because it's his first game.
Dude, I'm not defending it.
First game.
But he's not a good player. I didn't expect him to do anything better.
That got a concussion had more than 54
worst team in the league. Worst team in the league. You have to understand.
No, they're not. The Panthers are worse than them.
Bro, if LeBron goes out with an injury, and we have to start fucking Maxwell Lewis, are you gonna expect him to drop a triple double like LeBron?
I expect him to have more than 54 yards. Let me see. What was the
Maxwell Lewis gonna drop 54 yards?
Quarterback. Bez, Jaron Hall, who attempted 6 passes, had 78 yards.
We have a better coach. We have a better coaching staff. We have better players on the team.
78 yards.
We played Arthur Smith
first quarter.
We played Arthur Smith. We have better players. We have better coaches.
We're top 5 defense.
No, for real.
Bro, stop with this top 5 defense.
No, they were.
Dude, I'm literally telling you they were top 5 defense. You want me to look this up or something?
They're 6 right now.
I want you to prove it to me. That sounds blasphemous. That you said the Falcons are at 4-4. We're a top 5 defense.
They were. Now they're 6th. Bez, I'm looking at it.
I mean, that's possible because their offense is so ass.
You think I'm just gonna lie to you? Oh man,
based off what though? Based off what, Gabe?
Defensive yards averaging and touchdowns allowed is what I'm looking at.
Yards and touchdowns?
Yeah. Dude, the Ravens have 10 touchdowns allowed. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That just means they're good in the red zone.
78 yards in one quarter before a concussion.
Bro.
54 for 4 quarters of football is insane to me.
Okay,
Bro.
man. I'm not gonna lay in on Clayton Tune, bro. I don't know why
Well, I
we're so
am.
hard on
Clayton
this
Tune,
man.
you suck. Get better. Get in the lab. Learn from Kyler Murray.
He's never starting a game again, bro. Let it go. Let it go.
It was a one-time thing.
Career's over.
Literally, it was a one game.
I don't care if it's one game. 54 yards is unacceptable.
Hey, Hassan, remember, it's 54 more yards than you, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and do you see me playing in the NFL?
But you're talking mad shit for a guy in the NFL.
Yeah, I expect something from him because he's in the NFL.
Who is he? I don't even know his name.
Man,
he's a rookie.
No, he's a generated 2K player. That's what he is to me, bro.
They really signed him off the streets, bro.
But 54
they signed
yards,
him off the streets.
I gotta rip you, bro, for 54 yards.
Hey, I'm gonna clip this up and send it directly to his Instagram DMs.
Go ahead.
You'll respond. He has like 10 followers.
He will respond.
That's just me.
He was a waiter at the team dinner one day. He signed him.
But I know he expected more than 54 yards because that's
Ni hao, Clayton Tune. Ni hao.
Yo.
Get ready to learn XFL.
XFL, buddy.
All right.
Maybe
UFC
UFC
next
at this
game.
point, bro.
Yeah, that's enough of them.
But we're taking way too long on this, dude.
Yeah, Raiders Giants.
No, we skipped over Colts.
Why did I pick Giants?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot,
Bryce Young stinks.
he doesn't suck. The team sucks, man.
He threw 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
Didn't their cornerback
really
have more
game-changing.
touchdowns than Bryce Young? Didn't the Colts cornerback have more touchdowns
Yeah,
than
2
Bryce
touchdowns.
Yeah, Bryce Young had
And
one.
he threw him right to him, so he was pretty bad that game. But to be fair, that team is not the greatest either, and I think he'll.
Those are terrible. Those are all on Bryce Young, though. You can't just stare, dude.
Yeah, they were. I agree with you.
Yeah, bad play. I mean, it just sucks because he played so well last week, and then he just regressed. It's just like you got to string together 2 games, Bryce. Please show us some. The Panthers are thinking this, especially with CJ Stroud did last week. Oh man,
they are. Oh my god.
Okay, but everyone is going to choose Bryce Young over CJ Stroud. Every single team. So
at the time,
say that again. Yeah. I disagree.
Every team would have chosen Bryce Young over CJ Stroud at 1. All right, hindsight is 2020. Yeah.
Hindsight is 2020 though.
Yeah, and they fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, they are right now. They have, but we'll see.
No, they fucked up. There's no right now. They fucked up.
They fucked up.
We'll see.
They fucked
Bryce
up.
Young could be good, but I'm just saying. CJ
Bryce Young is lucky to be like a top 18 QB. Like
lucky.
In like a few,
no, he's
like
right. Right
like
now, he's bottom 18. He's bottom 18.
Man, you
like
guys
a year
make decisions so damn fast. Holy.
Hassan, he's like 1 in 8, bro. He stinks.
Team sucks.
Well, the team sucks.
Oh, it's pump the brakes on Bryce Young, but on CJ Stroud, nah, bro.
Okay, what QB saving this team, bro?
Clayton Tune. On Clayton Tune.
He's saving his team. I'm just saying. He
no
hasn't
QB
looked good.
saving this team.
CJ would do better. I guarantee you.
Mahomes is not
I promise you, CJ would have 3 or 4 wins with that team.
No, he wouldn't. Trust me, this team is garbage.
He would.
He actually would.
He would have 3 or 4 wins.
He would have 3 wins. He would have 3 wins.
He would have 3 or 4.
That is insane.
Dude, CJ Stroud is like insane. What are you talking about? Like,
bro, give Bryce Young a chance. You're saying you can't even be a top 18 QB, and he's
give
only
him a chance, but you don't want to give CJ Stroud the hype. Okay.
But you're saying he's a top 5 QB. Or
no. I said he's top 10.
In our mouth, bro. You're so thirsty to shit on
this guy. He could be. Did you not say he has the potential to be? That means he could be a top 5 QB.
Yeah, but you said I said that he is. I wish I did not.
I said he could be. That's what I said.
You did not. You said I said that he was a top 5. Don't be saying that.
No, I never said that.
In my opinion, he'll be in the top, like, if I want to quantify it, like 6 to 8. Like 5, like we'll see though.
He's top 9 right now.
Yeah, top 9 right now. I'm saying, like, when next year comes, like when it's time, like, when he's gonna like take the jump. I think him landing there is safe, like a safe bet. He could go higher, bro.
Just watch when they make the playoffs this year, and he gets a playoff win.
For 2 games.
When he gets a playoff win, is it going to be crazy? The narrative around his name.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he does get a playoff win.
All right, then we got the Raiders Giants. No Josh McDaniels. Simple. That's it. Literally came down to that.
Yeah, Daniel Jones got hurt. He's out for the year too.
Dude, I don't even know what happened. Why did they actually say the Giants last week? Bro, I gotta look at this. I feel like
ACL.
Torres ACL is out for the rest of the year.
Forever.
Not forever, maybe.
Yeah, Giants are fucked pretty much. They might have to draft a QB this year.
Yeah.
And they might be at the top to draft on. So.
Well, yeah, if they get one, I mean, you know what time it is.
Devontae had a quiet game, but
I should have picked the Giants. I would have been tied. Damn it.
Yeah.
So bad for Devontae last week. Nigga was throwing his helmet.
Yeah. He looked happy, though. He looked happy after the locker room speech. So,
sure.
Yeah, that is crazy. Even though it's just the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, we don't got to talk about them. They're in for a long season. Next, we got Eagles versus Cowboys. My man.
Hassan was this close.
The Eagles really tried to give that game up, but Dak couldn't do it. Dak just too inept.
Dak got sacked.
I think they would have had a chance if he didn't step out of bounds for the 2-point conversion when he didn't really need to. But
that was bad. But also, what was bad was the fact that they got PIs all the way to the goal line, and then they ended up with penalties back at their 30, which was just that's how does that happen? You get to the goal line in the last drive, and then with penalties, you're back to your 30.
First and 5, and then like first and 25. Yeah, I mean, you got to fix those up to be an elite team and have a chance at winning. They were close enough to beat Eagles on the road, and it's hard to beat them in Philadelphia. So we'll see. Eagles have tough games, and the Cowboys have not as tough games coming up.
Yeah, they have like an easier schedule.
Yeah, they have an easier schedule. So when they meet again, it's going to be important.
I agree.
But we'll see then. I'm still not giving up on the Cowboys.
This one, man. I mean,
Omari, man, the Bills, you got to give up on them, boys. They're not the same. They lost a lot of defensive players. Josh Allen makes too many mistakes. The Bengals are rolling.
They don't have a consistent number 2.
Yeah,
Gabe Davis
like
donut.
That's like the most annoying thing. Like, is Gabe Davis is always like up and down. Like he's like super boomer bust. Like he's not good enough to be a real wide receiver too. Like we need I wish we had a nigga like Tank Dell with Nico Collins.
Yeah, like they'll be good for you.
I'm the better Gabe.
But yeah, I think the Bills, they just stay the same and never change. Everyone knows who they are for the last 3 years, and if they're not adjusting to the times, they're going to fall behind, and that's what we're seeing now. We know that Stephon Diggs is their main guy. If you take him away or at least limit him, they have no chance of winning at all. The run game is never established. Josh Allen is rushing less this year than last year too, and that's one of his major strengths. And if he's throwing the ball way too many times, he's bound to make a mistake and throw an interception. And I don't think they have a chance at winning it this year unless they tighten things up and, like Beth said, go on a run. Like they're one of those teams that could finish strong and have a chance of winning a Super Bowl, but they got to really clean stuff up.
Yeah, they definitely got to tighten it up. I feel like I know the defense is unfortunate. The defense was a lot better before people started going down.
They always go down every year, though, man.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. I don't know if they need to try to trade or draft some more durable players, but I mean, it is. You can't control it.
Yeah,
they need a new play
caller. My rankings.
Yeah, but we definitely I said we. They definitely need either in the draft or if anyone's on the market, like they got to try to get a wide receiver too. Like if they don't get one this year, I think
Stephon Diggs is out after this year. Well, depending on what happens.
Nah, hell no.
Nah, because where would you go?
He was about to leave during this year.
Yeah,
go to the Chiefs.
Stephen A. reported it, saying that he wanted out, but they
Stephen A. I don't believe that at all.
Stephen A. says a lot of stuff, Hassan. Stephen A.
He's definitely you can't say Stephen A. is not a credible source though. He's not gonna.
He's also uncredible a lot too.
He's been in the business for a long time.
People have blatantly called Cap.
What does he say that's not credible though? Huh?
No, he's definitely said some bullshit a lot of the times. Like, there's a lot of.
I have talked to Michael Jordan. Like, okay, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I know people.
That wasn't BS though.
I just got off the phone with Michael Jordan, guys. Like,
I'm pretty sure he was saying Kawhi would be a Laker. So he's
When did he say that?
I remember
when Kawhi was in free.
Yeah, when Kawhi was he was like waiting hella long.
I think a bunch of people said that though too, right? And then he chose the Clippers.
Yeah, I was surprised that day.
A bunch of Lakers.
That was crazy. That was like one of the most insane Woj bombs.
Yeah.
The Paul George and Kawhi team up was insane.
I think he's credible enough to believe that. And
I thought PG was coming to RLA too.
I would bet a majority of my money that Diggs is not traded next year.
I would agree.
Depends on where they end, but I think he'll ask out if they
unless they completely flame out. If they make the playoffs, he's not leaving.
No, if they make the playoffs and lose in the second round, he's leaving.
They almost lost last year.
I'll bet with you right now. I'm that confident that's not happening, bro. I know. Why would he leave?
Because they're not winning. What,
bro? Do you think this isn't fucking 2K? Not every fucking year that your team is bad, you just request a trade. Like this isn't James.
He literally almost requested a trade this year. If they don't win, why is he gonna stay?
Because, bro, the team is like close to winning. It's not like they're one of the bottom feeding teams. They have a franchise QB. They have a franchise QB. They have an elite defense.
Dude, they're not even in the playoffs right now. They're in the hunt.
All right, well, let's move on, bro. I don't know why I have to argue with you about this.
What about the Bengals? We got to talk about the strength of the Bengals because
the Bills are mid
in 3 years. They are mid right now.
Facts, Hassan. Tell them.
How you guys feel about the Bengals so far?
W. After 1 month of mid Burrow, it's time to pop off.
yeah, he's finally healthy, and then
his regular routine.
Yeah, they're looking really good. They look a lot stronger than I thought. Well, obviously,
he was hurt, so now he's healthy. I think they got it going.
All right. This one, I mean, this next game was
I mean, you don't have to really say
pretty much a snooze fest.
It's all right. Aaron Rodgers coming back in a couple weeks. He said it.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, he's not. There's no way.
I knew from that punt return that it was going to be over for these niggas.
After that, 87 yards or something.
Yeah, after that, I was like, nah, they
ain't funny because the Jets, their defense is every game they play in will be like bad this year because their defense is good enough to stop the other team, and their offense is not good enough to score any points.
Their defensive touchdowns allowed, Hassan. Their defensive touchdowns allowed is 11, so they're the second best at that specific thing.
And what's their average points per game?
That they let the yards or what do you mean?
Their own points.
How many points do they score a game?
Oh, I'm gonna look that up, but I'm pretty sure it's like 13 or 14,
which is insane.
But maybe not even that.
Work.
Yeah, it might not even be that, honestly.
Yeah, they're on a 3-game win streak because of their defense.
I feel like their offense is just too bad.
Oh, 18. But that's like you need to be better than that.
Yeah. Especially to compete with the big teams, like they were wanted to, but obviously they're not going to do that without
that's at home. No,
Rodgers.
That's at home. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll be so surprised if he
16 and a half. So like between 16 and 17.
If he actually comes back this year, like I feel like 1, I'll be surprised, and 2, he'll get hurt immediately.
I hope not, bro. Don't even say that. I'm knocking on wood. Don't even say that.
Bro, it's like. I mean, who knows? Who knows what doctor he found? But that's just crazy.
Yeah, he'll come back.
LeBron James
to do something unheard of at 42.
James.
Yeah, that's why he'll come back just to do it. He's already throwing threes. Like he's already throwing 55-yard passes apparently today.
I saw the clips on TikTok.
I don't know. Yeah. So he said he'll come back in a couple weeks.
That's what I heard.
It'll be a couple weeks, but I think he'll come back.
Who, Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless this team's like locked a playoff spot, I don't think they will. I mean, I don't know their schedule, so I can't say for sure. But based off, like how they look today, I don't know if they have enough firepower to make the AFC is tough too. Like if I recall, all 4 teams in the AFC North, the Bengals division, are all in the playoffs right now. Steelers, Ravens, Browns. So it's just going to be hard to make the playoffs. And
which is another reason I don't think the Bills could fall out. So
they could, but I just don't know if the Jets will. That's what I'm saying. And if they don't, I don't think Rodgers definitely not coming back. If they're like scrapping, they're not going to risk him for next year.
They play the Raiders next, which could be a win. Bills, I think they lose. Dolphins, probably a loss. Then Falcons, Texans, Jets, or Falcons, Texans, Dolphins, Commanders, Browns, Patriots. So yeah. They could lose more than they would win, possibly.
We'll see.
The best teams in the AFC are the Chiefs, Ravens, Jaguars, and Dolphins. And Bengals. Sorry, but Bengals are lower because their record.
Yeah, and then the Browns are in the race.
Yeah, the
Steelers
Bills
are in the race.
I think the Bills.
No, they're not even in the playoffs right now.
They're on the bubble.
Yeah, in the hunt.
I honestly don't even know what that means.
That means they're in the hunt. They're right.
No,
there.
there's a in the hunt, but and then there's a on the bubble. The one I'm looking at.
Yeah, you're just looking at a wax site then.
NFL. What site is this? No, it's NFL. Yeah, NFL.com/landing/playoff picture. Maybe it's because it's not like time yet. Like it'll have it correctly in a week, like in a month or 2 months. These teams ended today. These teams would make the playoffs.
Let's see if they'll win next week. Let's give our predictions.
All right, let's start with the Thursday night football then.
Brother. This might be the worst game of the year.
Let's fucking go.
The Bears win either way because if they win, they win. If they lose, they get the Panthers pick.
W's.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. They're just winning anyway.
So should we just choose Chicago because they're winning no matter what?
You already know we're choosing Chicago, Hassan.
No, on a real note, I'm going with Carolina, assuming Justin
God.
Fields isn't back.
Okay.
I just trust Bryce Young more than Tyson. I mean, this is going to be a snooze fest of a game probably, but I think Bryce Young can bounce back. I don't think like the Chicago defense should be anything scary to write home about. Then again, the Colts defense wasn't either, but I'm going to give one more chance to the first overall pick. That's all I'm going to say. If he can't beat Tyson Bagent, we'll have some problems. I don't care how bad the team is. You got to beat the Bears, bro. You got to beat the Bears because then it's not Bears. As bad as the team is, we can make some excuses to some teams, but this is a team that no matter who you got, I think you have enough receiver help that you got to be able to beat this team.
Yes, I agree with Gabe. I'm just going to say that Bryce Young is a better quarterback than Bagent, and I think they have enough to get a win against this Chicago team. I think Bagent will have some turnovers, and Carolina will find a way to win.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Tyson Bagent is going to drop 250 yards and get a W.
Stop.
300.
He's going to do it. He's going to have one interception, but he's going to have 250 yards.
At least check the lines before you do it because you're just like, his line's definitely at like 190.
We're having
lines are meant to be crossed, Bez. That's what I But I bet the over.
Like LeBron's over under 24, and you're like, he's going to score 38.
Yeah. That's exactly
who you got, Omari.
I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I do think that the Panthers at least have the old man Adam Thielen connection going with Bryce Young this year. So at least they have some type of weapon. I know they have one of the worst run games in the league, but yeah, the Bears are just they're in a bad spot right now. I don't think they're gonna do much of anything.
I think, but if Justin Fields comes back, I'll choose Chicago.
Oh, whoa! No, sir, you can't have him.
Wait, I don't know if he's playing.
Yeah, I would say.
Did he practice? I think he practiced. No.
Are you picking Chicago or Carolina, Hassan?
I'm choosing Carolina without Justin Fields and Chicago with Justin Fields.
A contingent.
Carolina. There's no. We just got to roll with it.
Contingent. It can't be contingent.
You got to make.
You want it to be contingent.
That's up to you, brother.
You want it to be contingent.
No, I don't.
You said if Fields plays, you go to Bears. That's the contingency. Like it's contingent on that.
Well, that's a big factor. He's their best weapon. Actually, that's not. He's their best.
That's
player.
what I'm saying. You're like you want it like that if that happens. But bro, choose the Panthers, bro. I don't want you.
He already did. He got the Panthers. All right.
I don't want you here, bro. I'm a lone wolf.
You picked the Bears? No, you didn't. Oh, did you?
Me?
Yeah, you still.
Yeah, I picked the Bears.
Oh, you were serious about Bagent. Oh,
dead ass. 100%. 185 yards. Dead ass.
There you go. I like that.
3.
Let's go to the next game. It's another Germany game. This one not so exciting as the last one, though.
Yeah, Justin Fields did practice today. Limited.
So you're going with the Bears now, or you're still sticking with the Panthers?
Well, I don't know if he's gonna play. So
make a call.
Move on.
No, I'm gonna put Carolina down.
All right, good. All right. So what about this one then? There's no questions about the QBs in this one.
Yeah, I definitely got the Colts.
Definitely.
This is in Germany.
Yeah. I don't care.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I think the Colts are just they're a mid team, but the Patriots are just so bad right now. They're definitely lost. The Colts are coming off of they won last week, right? I know it's against the Panthers, but at least they did win, yeah. But at least they got a W under their belt. They have a competent offense under Gardner Minshew. They have good receivers. I hope Josh Downs is all right. I know he re-injured his knee, and re-injury is never good, but even without him.
Yeah, good thing Michael Pittman is a real underrated receiver, honestly. One of the most underrated receivers in the league because he plays for the Colts, who are not very good, but he's been good this season.
Yeah, I feel like if he had an elite, like if he was on a team with elite QB, he would be getting the credit he deserves. But
I mean, he does have one. He's just not healthy right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They did drop the one, so
unfortunately, season cut short. But
yeah, well, I'm going with New England here. I think their offenses looked a bit more competent. Their running game looks better. I think if Jalen Reagor catches passes, they'll have a better shot of winning games.
Oh, you got that's a terrible bet.
But I think this being in Germany and them being in a neutral zone, like New England will get the win here. And Bill Belichick is still good enough coach to beat the Indiana Pacers.
I agree with Hassan wholeheartedly. Also,
the Indiana
Hassan,
Pacers.
Hassan, did you know Mac Jones's real name is Michael McCorkle? Mac Jones.
Really?
Yeah, McCorkle.
Okay, I got the Colts now after learning that information.
McCorkle.
He's also 1 year older than us.
Yeah,
I mean that's not surprising no more.
Bro, I could be in the starting line. I'm kidding.
So based off that,
you wouldn't even be able to see over.
Based on his name being McCorkle, I'm picking the Patriots. No, I'm kidding. No, I actually picked the Patriots. I think they've been like competent at times, and then obviously, there's been times where they've shit the bed. But I think going to Germany, they don't have like stuff to worry about too much being in in a neutral zone. I think it would play a good factor for them, so I think they'd win. Also, yeah, I think not Mac Jones. I'm not gonna say stat line. I think Bill Belichick is an all-time coach. He'll get him the game. He'll get him the win.
I need those predictions, man.
230 yards.
Got on it.
230.
Bro, we've got to have a betting segment with Gabe where we don't even take actual lines. We just have him like say shit. Like we don't even tell him if he take
445 yards.
He just got to guess.
We gotta get a GoFundMe, and so we can just fund his. We can put
Mac
money on
Jones is gonna have 100 rushing yards,
just in case one actually hits.
I don't even think he has that for the season.
No,
I don't think he has that for his career, brother.
I can check that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I just don't really have faith in Gardner Minshew, to be real. Like the running game could kind of carry them, but I think the Patriots defense is good enough to stop that. And Minshew, he's a serviceable QB, but he still turns the ball over a little too much. And the Patriots have been a defense that can make people pay. Really, and I said this last week, but if their offense can't do anything, then they'll lose. So as long as they can take care of the ball and at least get into field goal range, I think they should be fine. But it's a lot. It might be a lot to ask. I'm still going to reluctantly choose the Patriots.
Boo.
3 for the Patriots, 1 for Indiana.
All right.
So Gabe's going for the Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Patriot.
Well, I want to hear what you guys have
here. Business.
Yeah, right.
I am nowhere near the business. I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah.
But that's my business though, because I chose them to be in the Super Bowl. So it's like I'm standing on my business.
I'm gonna pick the Bengals too. I mean, CJ, like he probably have a good game. Like he's probably gonna continue his little breakout season. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. But the Bengals are just too good. Their defense is actually underrated. They might actually pick them off if they're lucky. Second pick of the season, maybe. They're lucky.
Yeah, Hassan, you only have to pick. What do you like? That
it's a rarity. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals here, though. But if they lose, I'm gonna be on here talking some mad. So
it's a win-win for you then.
Yeah, for Bez, it's a win-win.
I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. They are clearly better than the Houston Texans. Joe Burrow is healthy. He's the best QB in this matchup and shall win the game.
Why do you have to add that, bro?
We know this. Come on,
like best QB in this matchup. Like
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, second best receiver in this matchup.
He was speaking so monotone, and then when he said that, he woke up.
QB's playing, and I know that Joe Burrow is better. So
okay,
for now,
who you got?
All right, Omar, who you got?
I got the Bengals too. I think that they're just they've come alive in this. I guess we're reaching the second half of the season. I'm liking what I'm seeing from their offense. They finally got it going. Their run game is moving now. Mixon is getting some yards. Their passing game is, everything's opened up basically. Yeah. And their defense has been impressing me over the last few weeks. I feel like it feeds, like you feed off of how a Warrior team is rolling. Yeah, so I think that they're just, in a super good momentum right now. A super good stretch. So I think that the Texans aren't.
I agree.
They're good, but they're not that good. CJ Stroud is propping them up. So.
Baby steps. They can't just
They
I
can't win them all.
I feel like the Bengals are gonna have a game-winning field goal. Calling it.
Yeah, I think 7 points right here. This line is a little too high. Like I would take them to cover this, but they're probably still gonna win the game.
Yeah.
All right, next game, baby.
Oh, Gabe,
New Orleans at Minnesota, and the Vikings always got the Saints number every year. We're their father, whether it be the Minnesota Miracle, Kyle Rudolph in overtime in the end zone, we're just always on him. Game-winning double or game-losing double doink last year in London. You know, we're just always on top of him. And with the Pastronaut in town, I'm feeling good. We could potentially be getting JJ back this week. It's not confirmed yet, but he's eligible to come off IR. We might take it easy with him, and he might rest up another week. We'll kind of see how it's feeling. But I think even with that, Josh Dobbs has enough weapons on his offense with the addition of TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, you know, good play calling. He also gives us another dynamic element in the run game, which Kirk never gave us. You know, now he's able to scramble and extend plays a little bit, so that'll probably give us some different looks that we didn't have. And you know, I'm just all about it. I'm all about the sport. He finally gets to practice too. I mean, God knows what that'll look like. The Saints also, I'm not too high on them. I think they're also coming to Minnesota. I'm gonna pick the Vikings. The Saints could win this game, but I'm liking what the Vikings are doing. I'm loving the chemistry. I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving the coaching, especially. So I'm going to pick them.
I shall go with the Saints. I think the Saints have won 2 games straight. They're finally looking better, even though they're dumping down the ball to Alvin Kamara 50 times. That's their offense. We got to live with it. So they're getting enough yardage. Taysom Hill is just a gadget guy. Does everything for him. Throws, catches, runs, for touchdowns. That's going to continue to happen. I think they're better in every position through wide receiver, running backs, defense. So quarterback too. So both quarterbacks, in fact. So I think I got the Saints winning this one.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm gonna also pick the Saints. I think
you guys did this last week. Same division too. Same
Don't worry, Bez. Don't worry, Bez.
Like not only do the Saints, their offense has been moving as of late. I know that Derek Carr still, has some garbage plays, and he sometimes costs them. But
getting better though.
Their offense has been looking more and more competent as the weeks have gone on, and the defense has been pretty good all year. I think that they have a much better defense than the Vikings do. So I don't think that Josh Dobbs in his second week back in his second week with Minnesota, I don't think he's gonna be good enough to overcome niggas like Marshawn Lattimore when he's throwing. He can only throw to Addison.
And then the Saints are coming off a 4 turnover game against the Chicago Bears, but 4 turnovers
against the Chicago Bears.
Good way.
Yeah, imagine what this Vikings defense is going to do to them.
Nothing.
We'll see.
Nah, they're Taysom. It's crazy how like last year, like he was still like a gadget dude, but he wasn't nearly as effective. Like this year,
I think this team, this offense or their wide receivers are better. Shaheed is another year under his belt. Olave, Michael Thomas is back. Kamara's looking good too. Like,
did you guys know I had the same amount of yards as Michael Thomas last week?
0.
Me too.
Yeah, he went off. So did I.
Still lost him in fantasy. What a shame.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
right, who you got, Gabe?
Yeah, who you picking?
Damn. I mean, I just watched the Timberwolves win, so I have to pick the Minnesota Vikings now. So, I mean, just by that logic. Also, did you guys happen to know that Mr. Dobbs has an aerospace engineering degree? Y'all talking about like Lattimore and shit? This guy's like an engineer, bro. Like, and he was in NASA. Like, bro, if you guys are not on the hype train, I don't know what to tell you. Bro, the Vikings are gonna curb stomp. Them.
That's Joshua Dweeb.
Yeah. I wish you had an aerospace engineering degree.
Man.
No,
hey, keep sleeping on him.
What is that doing him? He's in the NFL getting sacked.
Sacked? Did you see the last game?
He's got
in the NFL getting wins and getting W's.
Traded 5 times a year.
He flipped the losing record to a win. Hey, the Vikings are positive, right?
Houses.
Or not yet? Or even?
Spit it out, boy.
Keep sleeping on us every week. It's just going to be better from my record. I won this week. I'm going to win next week because of the Vikings again. So just keep doing it.
I'm going to get second place again.
I can tear it down.
There's no need for hope. You sleeping on us. Keep sleeping on us.
You've had the coldest NFL takes since like we've started. You doubted CJ Stroud. Yes. Right. I'm kidding. I'm not going to start this.
Yeah, this is for a different episode. He's going to continue with these L's in a weekly.
Joshua Dweeb.
Oh, this is I'm going Pittsburgh here.
Really?
Yeah, I think their defense is going to force a lot of turnovers and put them in a better position. I think they're going to feature George Pickens a bit more after him whining and complaining. You need to give him more passes for sure, but I think he went about it the wrong way. but I think their offense is actually not better. Matt Canada stinks, but they have good players on offense, and I think that their defense is just really good enough to put them in another position to win them another game, like they have all year. So. Pittsburgh here.
Kenny's stinking it up. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers as well as Hassan. Even though Kenny Pickett's hella mid, their defense is OP, and Green Bay just doesn't have an answer for that. And also Jordan Love is like, so I don't think he's gonna do anything crazy.
Agree.
What you, Bess?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers here. They just find a way to win games. Kenny Pickett looks like Nathan Peterman for 3 quarters, and then turns into Tom Brady for the 4th quarter. So I expect more of the same, just some underthrows, overthrows, some complaining till the 4th quarter. They somehow pull it out their ass every week. Mike Tomlin just has a knack for winning games even with less talent. And Green Bay is not some kind of powerhouse that they're going to have to struggle with. I think, this will be one of their easier games on the schedule. So relative to, some of the other teams, they can potentially be, and they have been like the Ravens. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers.
I actually think Joshua Dobbs is better than Kenny Pickett.
I probably agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah, for what you've seen, yeah.
No, Kenny Pickett is really bad for 3 quarters. Like, I don't know what happens in the 4th. He plays normally, but the first 3 quarters, there's just like wide open overthrows or underthrows.
You might have a twin that just plays instead of him, and then he comes in the 4th quarter, like the real Kenny Pickett.
You play with 2 gloves.
He's honestly like modern day Tim Tebow. Like, he just bad, but he somehow wins.
Figures out a way to win.
Did you hear the LeBron comment? We're like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
He's right.
Their defense put up more points than their offense, I think, right?
Yeah, but yes.
Yeah, I also have Pittsburgh. I haven't been high on Green Bay at all this year, and I'm not super high on Pittsburgh either. But I feel like their running game has opened up a little bit in the last couple of weeks. Finally, people started moving, and even though Kenny Pickett sucks, at least if your running game is moving a little bit more, then you can rely on it a little bit more. So,
you finally had a good run.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna just pick Steelers though.
Yeah, he looked better last week. So, him and Warren, they're getting a good split. Next game, Tennessee at Tampa Bay.
Ooh,
this is interesting. I'm gonna think about this because I don't know yet. So you guys can go ahead if you have
picks. I got the Bucks. I'll go. I got the Bucks. I think that they're a lot. Like Baker's been playing a lot better than people thought he would. I think that he is still moving the offense pretty well. I know that they just had a crazy shootout, but just the ability to have a shootout like that from their offense is a good sign. I know Mike got hurt a little bit. I hope he's okay. But Rashad White opened up. He started running the ball pretty well last week and the week before that too. So I think that they're going to just be able to beat a mediocre Titans team, especially coming off that loss to a historic game.
Huh?
I said they lost to a historic game.
Who did?
The CJ Stroud one.
Oh, the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
I agree with Omari. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. I think Baker Mayfield is above average. He's been having a good year. Their defense has been the reason these games so far. I don't think they'll lose 5 straight. Just keep saying that until they finally win. But I think they'll be good enough to get a win against Tennessee. If I don't know if Tannehill is playing or Levis, but I don't think it really matters. I think Tennessee's not good enough to beat Tampa Bay's offense. So I'm watching Bay.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I think Tennessee could get it done, but they got a rookie QB at the helm who still is gonna have some learning curves and some mistakes that he's gonna make along the way. Baker had a really good game last week that was kind of overshadowed by CJ Stroud. So, that was kind of quietly going under the radar. But I expect him to continue to do more of the same. This following week against one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. The run game is not good anyway. Rashad White, he's an average running back. His real value comes in the pass catching department. That's really where, most of his damage is done. But, they're going to rely on a passing game mostly anyway because the run game has been kind of non-existent all year. So I think this is kind of like a good matchup for them in terms of their strengths and the other team's weaknesses. And so I think I'm going to go with the Buccaneers.
Gabe.
I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. as you all have said and explained, Baker Mayfield is above average. He did have a great game last week, which was overshadowed by C.J. Stroud's god-tier game. And the Titans, whether Tannehill or Levis play, I just think the Buccaneers offense will overpower them. I just think they'll flat out score more. It is a toss-up though, -1. So yeah. I mean, I'll favor the Bucs, even though it's saying tennis. I'll favor the Bucs in this one.
Basically, kind of like the same team. I don't know.
They are close. They are really close.
Ooh, a good one. Division game too.
We got Browns at Ravens. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think the spread is kind of a little too much, just because it's a division game and the Browns defense is so good. It should be close. But I have a little to no faith in this Browns offense. Last week they didn't even have to do that much. They were tasked with facing the Cardinals, who couldn't move the ball, and so they had a lot of possessions. And, they did get into the end zone a few times, but they really weren't efficient. What are you holding up, 50 yards?
54.
Yeah, who cares, buddy? Yeah, anyway, they're going to be playing a much better defense this week, one of the best defenses in the NFL, in fact. So, if they kind of struggled in weeks past, Deshaun still hasn't looked good. He's dealing with that shoulder thing. Their running backs are kind of banged up. Jerome Ford is dealing with an injury. We all know about Nick Chubb. And I don't know. I just think this Baltimore Ravens team is rolling in all assets of the game. Like I said, one of the best defenses. The run game has been elite, even with the absence of, a top running back to kind of get it done by committee, and it's good enough along with Lamar. The receivers are a lot better this year because now outside of Mark Andrews, you have Zay and Odell and even Bateman at times. So, one of the best teams in the NFL, period. I just don't think the Browns offense has enough, although the defense, I'm sure, can cause a lot of problems for Lamar. So I'm going to go with the Ravens, but I do think that the Cleveland Browns can make this a close game, closer than the 6 points that the line indicates.
I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. These are the top two defenses currently in the NFL, which says a lot about the Baltimore and why Hassan keeps saying they're the best team in the NFL, and I do agree with that. I just think that, Best pretty much said offensively, Baltimore Ravens got it on top of them. And I'm picking the Ravens for this one.
I am going to choose the Cleveland Browns. I think the Browns' defense is pretty good, or one of the best in the league. This is also a division game. I think the Baltimore Ravens have been blown through teams, but I think they will have their humble game here and realize that they're not better than the rest. They're the best, but not better than the rest by a mile. So I think Deshaun Watson will have a better week. I think he's 1 game removed after that terrible injury to his shoulder, which he can barely throw the damn ball. But I think the offense will be a bit more competent, and they'll get a win.
Damn, I thought you were about to say stat line, Hassan.
No, I'm not like you.
Deshaun,
I'm not a guru like you.
225. I got you.
While I do agree with Hassan that the Cleveland will look a little better this week, I still think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to win. I think that they have been on one of the biggest heaters in the league so far. And I think that they have more than enough to beat really good Cleveland's Browns defense. I also just got to pick them for the fact that they did my team like that. They did them so dirty that it's like, how could I bet against them? So
great reason.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
All right, this next game, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the picks on this one. San Francisco at Jacksonville, baby. All right. Niners. Yeah, go ahead, Omari. Let's hear you on this one first.
Yeah, this is definitely a Brock Purdy resurgence game. Debo is back. He said, "I'm ready." CMC is healthy. We got a whole team back. It's looking like this is week 1.
How are you gonna say Brock Purdy and then say Debo Samuel? Like
Debo Samuel is the
reason why he's winning, not Brock Purdy.
Shut your ass up, nigga. These niggas are finally got their full offense back. I don't think I'm pretty sure Trent Williams is still out, but at least having that extra weapon on offense is gonna let them move the ball even better, like they were before. So I think that they're gonna just, this is a strong comeback game for the Niners.
I'm gonna agree with you, Omari. I'm choosing the 49ers to win. I think Debo Samuel being back helps them significantly. That's another weapon for Brock Purdy to rely on. I think CMC keeping up what he's doing and getting touchdowns in consecutive games is going to keep on going. Kyle Shanahan coming off of a bye week and having 2 weeks to for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to put Brock Purdy in a better position to succeed. They also traded for Chase Young. He'll be back here playing with Nick Bosa. So that's going to be a big problem for Trevor Lawrence. And I think they'll lose this game. I think Jacksonville's won 4 straight or something like that. And I think they'll be beaten here.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. It's a tough game to pick for me because I do think Jacksonville can pull out the victory here. But I just think that the Niners defense can do enough. And I've seen the Jaguars struggle in enough situations to feel like they're not, that they're not going to be able to overcome enough stops by the 49ers defense, especially in the red zone. They've struggled a lot this year. Maybe not the red zone, let me say, in terms of scoring touchdowns particularly. We've seen a lot of back of the end zone. Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence can't get on the same page. Maybe Zay Jones out of back of the end zone. So, coming off a bye, they should be a little fresher and maybe they could put some things together. It's kind of a wild card coming off a bye. It's hard to predict, really. It's really hard to predict how teams are going to do. But I think San Francisco is also due for another win. And I think their defense will do a lot of the work in this one and get them to a W.
Yeah, I'm picking the Jackson. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to pick the San Francisco 49ers as well. They've had a really bad couple weeks. But I think this is going to be a good bounce back game to beat a good playoff team that come to Jacksonville Jaguars. So hopefully Brock Purdy and the 49ers can overcome the Jaguars.
All right, Atlanta at Arizona. I'm gonna go with this one. Atlanta's favored by 1.5. I'm picking the Cardinals. Kyler Murray should be back. If not, I'm so fucked. 100. I mean, even then, I might have to reconsider. If Kyler Murray's back, I'm very confident this might be Arthur Smith's last game as a Falcons head coach because I just feel like he's lost the locker room. He's lost the players. He's lost the support of the team. He's lost the media. The Cardinals are kind of getting their legs back under them. Getting Kyler Murray back should rejuvenate them. Just get their offense on a better page as a whole. He's just one of the better playmakers in the NFL. So even him not having any sort of games under his belt this season, I think he could jump into game time and make things happen for them that they didn't have happen before because he's that talented. And Falcons. I mean, I guess I could see them bouncing back and getting a win here, but I don't want that to happen because I really want Arthur Smith gone. So I'm going to go for the Cardinals here, and I'm going to pick them to win the game.
I am also going to choose the Cardinals here. Kyler Murray is expected to be back this week, and James Conner, I think, is also eligible to come back if he's healthy after 4 weeks. So James Conner and Kyler Murray are coming back, and they're home too. I think this will be good enough. I think Kyler Murray is good enough to get over 54 yards. So I hope so. With his legs, at least. I'm
gonna roast the fuck out of you if he gets on here and throws for less than that. It's about to be open,
and I'll take it. Okay. But I also don't like. I'm on the Arthur Smith fire train, just like Bess. I don't like seeing men get fired, but if this man deserves it, so I don't. And he'll be okay financially, so he'll be all right. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here, and I hope Kyler Murray and James Conner have a good game.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think Kyler Murray coming back makes all the difference in the world. I was talking to Devin earlier. He was telling me how good Hollywood was before he got injured when he was playing with K1. He was making K1 look like one of the best receivers in the league. I mean, Hollywood looked like one of the best receivers in the league, and I feel like having that connection back, it may not be, it may be rusty, coming back, but I think that Josh Dobbs was able to win games against decent teams with this team, So I feel like if he could do it, I guess there's only one, but if he could do
they were
it,
in every game, to be real.
Yeah. He put together some good games. Like I think if he could do it, then K1 could definitely come and beat Atlanta with the shambles they're in right now.
Yeah. Gabe.
I can't find a background, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Any particular reason you feel that they're gonna win?
Nah, never mind. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. If Kyler Murray comes back, the Cardinals are gonna drop. Let me get my picture back. Nah, if Kyler Murray plays, I strongly feel that the Cardinals will win. You guys said a lot of the points why Atlanta sucks and Cardinals are good, so I'm gonna ride with them.
I have a question for you, Hassan. CJ Stroud or Kyler Murray?
Oh, this is easy. That was not the answer I thought you were gonna say.
No.
How many passing yards did Kyler have this year, Huss?
0.
I think I'm gonna go CJ Stroud on that. Kyler's underrated, but that's closer than like Dak Prescott.
I've seen Kyler Murray make some crazy stuff happen with. He's had some good receivers in his career, but that Raiders win, I don't think CJ Stroud wins that game. So
I'll say Kyler Murray is closer to CJ than Dak is. So
I mean,
Kyler Murray's worse.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like Kyler Murray, like that's a debate. Like I'm not mad if you choose Kyler, but Dak, like that's not even a contest at this point. Even though Dak had a good week, nah.
Dak's had he's had a good career, decent career. We'll see. Kyler, what's his name? CJ Stroud's only played 9 games, so
what did
input on it? But I think he's a top 10 quarterback right now. So
what did Michael Jordan say? You had a good career, not a great one. That's Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to have a Dak Prescott career in the NFL. So,
yeah, no hate towards Dak, but CJ, I'm sorry, we just gotta,
I could have a Dak
top 10
Prescott
right now.
career. I could have a
right now. We will say I don't know what he's gonna end up at, but right now I'll give him top 10.
Are you in or out on CJ Stroud?
I'm in.
Are you buying or selling CJ Stroud? That's a good question.
I'm holding.
Okay.
I'm buying more. Detroit at Chargers. Detroit's favored by 1.5 coming off a bye. We saw the Chargers. Not really much to take away from what they just did, except that they are competent, at least somewhat. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions. I think the Chargers may have gotten a sense of false hope after this victory against the Jets, who are a good defense in their own right, no question. But a lot of it was a fumble fest. Zach Wilson wasn't able to move the ball down the field. I don't think that'll be the same problem with the Detroit Lions. They might get Montgomery back for this week, and if not, Jahmyr Gibbs in the last few weeks has shown why he was selected as a top 10 draft pick. So either way, I think it'll be fine. And the Chargers have one of the worst run defenses in the league still dating back to last year. So, the Detroit offense is explosive. They're off a week of rest. Hope maybe they get Jamison Williams integrated. If not, Donovan Peoples-Jones steps in and, their new trade acquisition takes that role. So I'm pretty confident in the Lions taking this one.
Yep, I agree with Bez for everything that he just said. I think the Chargers are just an inferior team to the Detroit Lions, and I think they'll win this one. So.
You want me to go?
Anybody, go ahead.
All right, so I'm also gonna pick the Lions. I think even though I'm I would like to see the Chargers win. I know that their defense is very shoddy, and I think the Lions, although they've had a couple games that were kind of bad, especially that Ravens one, but they've showed us this year that they can have an elite offense, most of the games. So I think that although the Chargers do also have an elite offense, I think that the Lions defense is so much better than. What's up?
No, I'm just looking at this next one, bro. Just keep going.
I think that the Lions defense is head and shoulders above the Chargers this year, so I think the Lions are going to take this one, and they're coming off the bye. So,
damn, looks like I'm the only one going with the Chargers. Got to rep the LA team for your boy. Justin Herbert, 127 yards. I had to say it, guys. I had
127.
Well, for him, it's fine. For him, you can really say whatever.
I can do the 300 amount for him.
Yeah,
it's possible. Keenan Allen, oh my God, you seen that catch?
See that catch? It was just like me on Saturday.
I didn't even see it actually.
You didn't see it? It was the catch that I did on Saturday, basically.
Hassan, can you recreate the catch right now?
Yeah, in your room. Flip, or I turned my body, caught it,
and
tumbled.
nasty,
did you swing your body to the side?
Way nasty. Can we watch YouTube clips on YouTube?
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
Wait,
that's what YouTube's for. Is for YouTube.
Let me see. I didn't know you hadn't seen it. Keenan Allen.
Yeah, throw it up. Share the screen. I'll put it up so I can watch.
Quad reaction. Hassan, clip it.
Sorry, the Jets. I was too busy watching NBA. The Jets didn't give me any reason to tune in. I would have watched the game if they gave me any reason.
Or 10,000 yards.
I have not seen this, Hassan. I have not seen it.
No, hell no, no free promotion.
Yeah, for
W best.
Free promotion.
I hate that they
Matt,
made
you
you turn off
Premium?
ad block now, dude. That's so disrespectful.
Oh, I saw that.
No YouTube Premium.
I got Prem.
I forgot I had it
Prem, mate.
until that shit popped. Okay, it's ready.
Full screen it. Yeah, let's see.
Third down and
Reaction
4.
channel.
Herbert floats it. Allen, what a catch!
See that shit? That shit was nasty.
How did he come down with that ball?
Can you rewind it?
That is not what
I think he was wide open too, and yeah,
That catch, it was way
Oh,
over
damn.
his head.
Yeah, I
and
couldn't
to
see that.
spin, grab it with
Oh my
one
god,
hand,
he's like a full
secure it
720.
Yeah, Herbert made that
That's
way harder
nasty.
than it should have been, but that's a
Bro, I
good,
had to spin with his left. What?
bro did a 360 catch.
Dude, that's
just like
insane.
me for real.
Yeah, that shit was
Just
nasty.
like
That's
me
just
for
like
real.
me for real. For real.
All right,
There's like a couple more games, though.
you guys ready? I think this might be
Yeah,
the
it's four.
hardest. This one
It's
hardest
4
one to pick. I don't even know like which way to go for this one. To be honest, man, like this line,
That's an insane line.
16.5.
there's no way that's a real NFL line.
Is
That's
That's so crazy.
3
Is Tyrod
possessions.
Taylor still like hurt bad?
Yeah,
or?
he's out. It's gonna
Yeah.
be Danny DeVito or whatever his name is.
I think it's Tommy.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
Tommy
whatever.
DeVito or something.
Doesn't matter. They might as well have Danny DeVito
Yeah,
out.
we might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, might as well have that
Beating
video.
beating on this team.
Hey,
All right,
man,
so we unanimous in this one.
I don't even
What do you
think
mean?
we have to spend time.
Any hot takes?
What do you mean?
Gabe?
Yeah.
I mean,
what hot takes?
Arizona had at least Joshua Dobbs as a competent QB. So
Okay, let's
Arizona
do
did
this. This is a
beat
better question. How much does Giants lose by? Do we think 16.5 is like too much,
it's
too little?
fair.
Like, can they make it closer?
Nah,
or
they're gonna lose by like
Damn, I can't even show.
I think like 35.
I think 21. They're gonna lose by 3 touchdowns.
I'm gonna
30.
say 35.
I say 30.
That's a
Also
lot,
21
bro.
like best too.
Yeah,
Because
but I think
35, like they'd have to keep piling it on.
yeah.
Like they just have to.
We watched the full power Giants. Well, not full power because they didn't have Saquon, but we lost season lose by 40.
Yeah, and then what's it called? They beat the Rams by how many points 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, and Dallas coming off of a loss
Dallas.
too against the Eagles.
It's a
So,
good
I
team.
think-
I don't think they're thinking too much about the L like that, but they're
Nah,
they're
but
gonna
still,
win
like,
anyway.
You know, they're gonna go harder. It's
Definitely,
like this is
yeah.
the team you gotta shit on.
Fantasy owners, Rico
Yeah.
Dowdle might be a good start this week because second half is gonna be all him.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Oops, that's not the right team.
Last
They
week's.
play. Give me a second. They
They
play,
play nobody. They're on a bye.
Yeah, they're on a bye. So we'll ignore that one, and we'll go to this one.
And I'm going with my guys. You already know where I'm coming.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
let's
I'm
let's
going
hear
with
from
that.
Amari after that brutal L they took last week. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
we didn't even play last week. We
Mhm.
was on bye too. They my players forgot which week they was on bye. So especially Geno Smith. But I think even though he is an old dude, I think that the Seahawks are gonna have a bounce back week. I think our offense is way too high powered to not have a touchdown. I can't believe that even happened. I know the Baltimore Ravens are a great defense, but it was still unacceptable. So I hope that they got their ass whooped in the locker room, and hopefully they come back a new team. So
Yeah,
where
I'm
are
also
my-
going
where are
with
my dogs?
I'm going with the Seahawks as well. I agree with what Omari said. I think their offense is too high powered. Washington just traded their 2 best defensive players as well. I think this is a get right game. Seahawks have beaten on teams that they're supposed to beat this year, and I think they'll continue to do so. And Washington almost lost to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew Lock's team, the Seattle Seahawks.
Nah,
You guys
for
pretty
real.
much covered everything. The Commanders' defense atrocious, and they traded their 2 best pass rushers, so it's gonna be very hard to generate any type of pressure on Geno. And that's really only the only time Geno struggles is when he's pressured. Usually in a clean pocket, he can make all the right throws.
too.
So, without Chase Young, without Montez Sweat, don't know how that's going to happen. And I think the Seahawks can bounce back.
I'm also
Sorry.
choosing the Seahawks.
Yeah, you better.
Because
All
Omari
right.
told me to.
Now we have the Jets at the Raiders.
I got
Interesting
Raiders.
game because, honestly, both these teams are going through some turmoil. Both these teams got some young QBs. Some, Raiders coming off a big-time W, albeit against the Giants. But I'm going to go with the Raiders. They got a good win. Actually, no, I'm gonna go with the Jets. That's what I meant. I'm gonna go with the Jets. Raiders came off a good win last week, but usually I feel like, you fire your head coach, the interim head coach, is just good vibes. You win that first week, and just because everyone's so excited to get that new coach and get Josh McDaniels and all the stuff he was bringing to the team outside the building. So, it's kind of a honeymoon phase for the Raiders. I think they'll come back down to earth against the Jets with this defense. We've seen what they did against Justin Herbert today. He had an awful game. It just, unfortunately, the offense couldn't put together any drives, but the Raiders defense isn't really much to worry about. Not saying that the Chargers defense is anything to write home about either, but I feel like it's a lot easier to deal with Aiden O'Connell than Justin Herbert. So I'm going to go with the Jets here.
I'm going to go with the Raiders. I believe in the hype. I think the new head coach, the new vibes there is going to carry on, and the energy is going to carry on that win here. I think the Jets defense, granted, is good, but I think their defense, the Las Vegas Raiders defense, look better, and Zach Wilson, we know, is not him indeed. So I'll go with the Las Vegas Raiders here, and I think Devonta Adams will get a good game, and Kobe Myers and also Josh Jacobs will have more than 100 yards. I'm going on my Gabe guru timing, 100 yards, over 100 yards for Josh Jacobs.
Guys,
come on,
y'all ain't listening to what I'm telling you. That the New York Jets, Giants. Hold on, I can't think. The Jets are gonna curb stomp the Raiders. It's not only gonna be bad, it's gonna be real bad. This line for 1 is insane. It should be like 21. But I'm gonna limit my take today. Zach Wilson is gonna drop 225 yards. He's gonna have 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's gonna have 45 rushing yards as well.
Gabe.
So
nigga say he's gonna have an average game.
I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know.
How many touchdowns is he gonna have
in this game?
Yeah,
2 passing.
He has 5 on the season.
That's true. He's gonna double it. He's gonna double it. I mean, he's gonna get more. I know he has 5. I know he has 5.
3 in one game.
How many did he throw today against the Chargers?
Listen, I didn't watch the game. I was too busy watching the Timberwolves.
Okay. Let's. What do you got, Omari?
I can tell you how many points Anthony Edwards scored.
We're saving it.
I also have the Raiders. I think that they have been looking new and improved. I know it's just 1 week, and it was against the Giants, who are down bad, but the Jets are also down bad. I think that Zach Wilson isn't good enough to carry that offense, and I think having that the defense starts with the pass rusher. Yeah, I feel like having Max Crosby there is a really good deterrent for any type of offense when it comes to young QBs who aren't proven or aren't sure of themselves. I don't think Zach Wilson is going to be able to do much against, like you said, the Chargers defense isn't that good either, but at least Max Crosby is doing a lot better than Joey Bosa this year. So I think that Zach Wilson is not going to be able to pull off the dub against the Raiders and their new culture.
Yep.
All right, and the last game is Monday night. Denver at Buffalo.
Oh, man.
Holy.
I got the Billy voice.
I'm going to say this right now. I think Denver could pull off the upset. Doesn't mean I'm picking them. But listen, the Buffalo Bills have not looked good. Granted, ain't no granted. I'm going to keep it real. They need to get their run game going. You can't rely on Josh Allen to do everything. It becomes too predictable. And then when teams drop back players to cover it, you're just going to hope Josh Allen scrambles for yards, and that's how he gets hurt. Just not a good look. I'm going to go with the Billies, though. I think them being at home is a real big help for them because that home crowd is one of the best in the NFL, just from the stadium to the tailgating to the environment. So I think that's a big boost for them. What do you say, costumes?
Yeah. They be having some fire costumes.
Yeah, they be dressing up. The Buffalo just be riding for the Bills. So it's a tough environment to play in. They're in need of a bounce back game, and this is a good team to get it against. I think Denver's playing a lot better though than they have been earlier this year. I'm not saying there's some kind of world-beating team or anything like that, but they definitely have looked competent, especially being the Chiefs last week, or 2 weeks ago at this point. But I'm gonna go with the Bills. But I do think the Denver Broncos can cover this spread of 7.5.
I shall also go with the Bills too. I think after that loss, they usually bounce back and win the game right after. So I think they'll do the same against the Broncos. The Broncos aren't that good. The Broncos, they did beat the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think that was a fluke, and they were at home. Buffalo's at home this time, and it's a revenge, not a revenge game, but it's a get right game for them. So I think they'll win this one.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Broncos game, I know they played well against Kansas City, but I feel like it's just like a fluke game. Like they're just gonna be right back down to earth come Monday night. I think that the Bills are definitely in need of a bounce back, and this is probably one of the 4 best teams to do it against. So I feel like they're just gonna curb stomp them to try to get some more momentum back.
So you guys are saying it's gonna be a layup for the Bills, huh? Like Broncos, they gonna make it interesting?
No, I think they're just gonna have at least like 35 touchdowns.
I'm looking at the Bills' schedule right now. Maybe not this week, but the next few weeks they're looking at a few hard matchups. They got the Jets, then they got the Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers. They got a week off against the Patriots, and then they get the Dolphins to finish off the season. So
they'll beat the Dolphins.
They might not make it to the playoffs then.
That's what I'm saying. They got a tough schedule. If they don't win this week, I don't know when they're going to get a good week off.
They sold games early on already. They fucked up.
They lost to the Patriots, to the Jaguars, to the Jets.
The Jets without Aaron Rodgers.
The Jaguars are a good team, though. So
the Jets without Aaron Rodgers.
They need this game and the Jets game. They need to win in decisive fashion to they
can compete with all the other teams too, though. I think they'll.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But I think what I mean. Like if they were to lose these games or have really tough close games, I feel like they wouldn't have the same type of morale going into the harder part of their schedule.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Broncos and then go play the Eagles and feel good,
Yeah. So I feel like they got to not only just win. Like I think they're gonna win both of those games, but I feel like they need to do it in decisive fashion if they want to keep their at least playoff and Super Bowl hopes alive.
I have a feel I'm gonna choose the Bills as well, real quick, but I do feel like it'll be closer, and it being closer is not gonna be good for the Bills, morale, as you were saying. That's how I predict the outcome coming. I could be wrong. Bills could win by freaking 21 points, but I feel like the Broncos are gonna make it closer.
Bills have looked pretty human. They almost lost to Tampa Bay too. If Chris Godwin turned around and caught that ball, it'd be having a conversation about.
Bro, what's the record right now, Hassan? What's the Bills' record? 5-3 or
5-4?
It's 5-4.
5-4, and you're telling me it could have been 4-5 if Godwin just turned around?
Yeah.
He
did
SMH.
Like me. Yeah, should be like me though, man. Should be like me out there.
They could have lost to the Giants if Tyrod completed a pass at the goal line too. Remember that?
Yeah,
they were at the goal line. They just couldn't execute.
All these things that we're remembering is crazy for the Bills because you think about the Bills, you don't think they're going to be this type of team, but this whole season they have been.
Yeah, this season
they look pedestrian the whole year, and it's because they play the same and never adapt, and people are starting to figure it out.
Yeah, I think this is their last year to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that dudes are going to get traded, but teams are only getting better. You're going to have to pay certain dudes, and guys are going to walk. QB getting a year older, a year more banged up. It's just going to be tough moving forward. And so, everyone thought this was their year. They were so close the last few, and now it's looking like they're only regressing. So, yeah.
I think they'll fire their coach if they don't do anything.
They definitely should. The play calling is atrocious. I know Josh Allen's one of the best QBs in the league, but every quarterback, regardless of how good they are, needs a run game to lean on, and just certain matchups are going to do as best as they can to take the QB's best strengths away, and you're gonna have to find a way to have other guys make plays, and the Bills haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I think they need to stop relying on the Allen and Diggs. Allen and Diggs are amazing, but it's you can't just be they're just gonna carry us the whole game. Dalton Kincaid has been looking good, even though he had a fumble. But I feel like they gotta tighten it up and get a more dynamic offense, or else they're not gonna make it as far as someone like the Niners.
Yeah, I mean they got Shakir involved last week. They got to get him more involved. I like what he gives them, and then James Cook too. You got to give him more carries, just straight up.
Yeah, they're relying on their Josh Allen.
Spread it out a little more
the rest of the year, and we'll see what happens. I think the same concepts, everything will just keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I got all the picks are accounted for.
Can you see them on the screen? See what we disagree on.
All right, just quickly though, cause I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
Damn, if I didn't sell one of the last 6 ones, I would have been tied first. Rip.
So we have. I'm the only one who chose. What's
So
BMS?
Starting out, Gabe is it's Browns.
No.
That's BRNS. But Gabe standing alone on Chicago.
Cleveland.
Standing alone on the Colts. Hassan standing alone on this Browns.
Damn.
We all chose Pitts. We all chose the Niners.
Lit.
Me and Huss think the Saints is going to smack the Vikings, which they are.
Yeah.
We all chose the Bengals. All chose Bucks. Gabe somehow chose the Chargers. I'm not hating though. I like the Chargers.
Yeah.
Cardinals. K1's coming back. That's all we got to say.
That's actually surprising that we all chose him. Like I know,
Yeah,
the game might actually not like. I wouldn't be super surprised if the Falcons won just because.
Yeah, me neither.
Back, but it's just fucked.
They're favorites too, right?
Right. -1 though.
They are. They're favorited, but like, dude, I just can't. Yeah. I don't want them to win, so we'll not pick them.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah, we're all on the Cowboys. That's an easy one. Seahawks, yes sir. Raiders. Oh yeah, me and Huss got the Raiders. Y'all got the Jets. We'll see. We'll see if they can actually build some momentum.
225. I'm telling you. Dun 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 dun.
And then we
225,
dude. That's just like that's so funny. That's like getting the star player. He's gonna score 22 points. Like
just because my boy averages 170.
Nah, well. All right. Well, and we also have the Bills, but I think that's obvious.
This list is pretty common in a lot of areas. There's like a lot of like 4-peats.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I'll be 100% this week.
I think I'm gonna be 100%, buddy.
Nah, I definitely will.
No one's.
Hassan, how much were you last week? Hassan, what was yours last week? 8.
New week. It's a new week.
Hassan, what did I get? Hassan, what did I get last week? Oh, lads, one more than you, buddy.
New week. Buddy.
And what did I get last week? Oh, better than you. I think I did better than you last week too, Hassan. Hassan, you never want to catch me, bro. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky. When I catch you, Ricky.
Wait up, and when we
need
add
an
them all
all-time
together
record.
at the end of the
We need
year.
an all-time record for the whole picks.
Yeah.
But I think my all-time record is fucking sick. If I don't fuck around,
I'll add them up after.
Yeah, let's do it after the season's over and see who got.
You saved all of them, Omari?
Yeah, they're all in the same score.
For what week did you start?
But we started at 4.
Okay, so
damn.
Since
I went over 50. That's why I said over 500. Right? I was in the 8 and 7.
Yeah. That was funny. And then the week after, I went below 500 myself.
All right, this is week 10, right?
Yeah, we're week 10 now.
Wait, Hassan, which week did you go under 500? Hassan, which week was
I think
it?
the week right after.
Wait, Omari, go up to the second document you have, the second one, the second spreadsheet. Week 4. This one? Look at that, you bum.
I want to see if it would. Not only is it impressive to go perfect, it's also would be impressive if someone got 0 picks right.
Oh, look, I have a W week. I have a one. Look, Hassan, I won.
10-4.
Oh, this one was a really bad week.
Isaac, what the fuck?
2-10.
2-10.
Oh wait, 2-10.
Wait, we got to
3-9. Only better, nigga.
I want to see what the picks were though.
Wait, 2-10. I never want to hear anything on me again, bro. 2-10 is insane.
That one didn't count.
2-10 is blasphemous.
Full of upsets.
Hey, no, Hassan kind of cooked. 5 and 7 is probably W's.
Yeah.
Good win.
Oh, that's when I was in Vegas, right, Huss?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bears ended up winning. Like, no one
Oh,
thought
guess
that.
who I was picking?
The Giants ended up winning.
Yeah, you could have boosted your record. You should have pulled up, bro.
Fuck. I was in the chat for like a minute. I was at a steak.
The Lions. This is when the Lions got beat down. No one expected that.
Oh, that was bad.
I
oh,
did.
Bez did.
Bez.
Bez expected the beat down.
The Patriots beat the Bills.
Okay,
with
flight.
Like, what the hell? Yes, sir. We knew what was going to happen here. But
Steelers.
Atlanta Hawks?
the Rams.
Oh,
The
Seahawks.
Steelers will beat the Rams.
Yeah, this is when you guys believed in the Chargers.
Yeah, this is relatively.
Dog, they're a good team. Stop it.
Packers versus Broncos is a toss-up, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Never
this
bet
was
on the
a good
Finns to
matchup.
win any good team. I'm done betting
And then,
on those
this is when the
fucking
Vikings
losers.
beat the Niners. So yeah, man, that was a bad week.
Christ. Yeah, Bez, are you ever betting on the stupid Dolphins to beat an over 500 team again or no?
Maybe.
Depending on the team.
Depending on not the Steelers.
They
Don't
can
count
be
the
the
Steelers.
Jaguars.
I was gonna say like the
They can be the
Steelers.
Jaguars.
Okay.
They can beat the Falcons. Well, They were 500
They're not
last
above
week.
500 anymore.
Okay, well, I'll say this:
Saints.
would you bet on them to beat a like a playoff contending team?
Yeah.
Depends who the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They can beat the Seahawks.
They
Okay.
can be the Jaguars too, right?
Okay.
Maybe. I'd still pick the Jags probably.
Nobody picked the Broncos the other week. Wow. I mean, against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Wow,
All right. Call it a podcast. Almost at 2 hours.
Yeah, let's call it. Thanks for tuning in. If anyone did, if no one did, thanks for watching back. If you're watching back, and if neither one, thanks to the internet for accepting us.
Yes, sir.
See you on the next episode of the BDL podcast. We'll be talking about NBA stuff. We don't need that. We got the GOAT theme song. I'm gonna play it on the way out.
Yes, sir.
I just hope that's you.
There's a cool song.
Know yourself.
Small Gabe. Small.
I love you.
This is the gospel.
I'm harder than Christ and I'm harder than Mike.
harder than Mike.
Cutting the movie is like never been spiked. Never been too. This what I do. I be with the crew. I ain't Brent. I am the GOAT and they got me all bent.
Man, it's the best I ever heard in my life, dude, honestly.
I've been like,